We love it raw.
Hi, this is We Love It Raw with A.S. Caldero, Chris Corey, The Future, and V-Ness. Please subscribe, listen, share, tag, make people hear this. This is a great show. Thank you guys. We love you.
We love it raw!
I'm back. That's right, folks. The boss is back. And I'm glad to be back where I belong, giving you nothing but the best review possible. And what better way for me to make my return than to be on a road to WrestleMania unlike no other. This year's road to WrestleMania is hitting all kinds of detours, all kinds of turbulence. Because this road leads to a big match and a big opportunity. But before we head to the big stage in Big D, we have to get through WWE Fastlane first. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to We Love It Raw. And on tonight's show, I'm going to focus my reviews only on the important parts of Monday Night Raw that have big impacts leading up to Fastlane. You're going to hear Paul Heyman, Dean Ambrose, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H. You're going to hear a special Miz TV. You're also going to hear a match that was announced on Monday Night Raw. And you're also going to hear what happened after the main event was over. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to business because we have a whole lot to talk about. I'm going to start tonight's show with the aforementioned Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. And they're in the middle of the ring and they're talking about Fastlane. And they're talking about a unique triple threat match. Now a lot of you know who's part of that unique triple threat match. But in case you forgot, I'm going to give Paul Heyman the chance to refresh your memory.
Last week, right here on Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon did what's beast for business. She announced the main event of WWE Fastlane would be a triple threat match. Brother versus Beast. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. And saving the best for last versus Brock Lesnar. The winner of this most unique triple threat match goes on to WrestleMania to main event for the WWE Heavyweight Championship against Triple H. Ladies and gentlemen, my client has authorized me to let you know that at WWE Fastlane Live on the WWE Network, Brock Lesnar will imprison both Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose into Suplex City. Brock Lesnar will F5 Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar will F5 Dean Ambrose. Brock Lesnar will stack one on top of the other, pin both at the same time, and go on to the main event of WrestleMania, where the Beast will conquer the billion-dollar trophy husband to once again become the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight champion of the world.
So there's your friendly reminder, and it comes with a bold statement. And that bold statement was directed to both Roman and Dean and to the McMahons, that the Beast is going to stop at nothing to gain what he never lost at last year's WrestleMania, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like I told you, it's getting bumpy. And that's how it gets bumpy, with that type of statement. But as Paul Heyman was continuing to praise Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose comes out, the current Intercontinental Champion. And Dean comes down with a look on his face like, you going to WrestleMania isn't gonna be as smooth as you say it's gonna be. But that was the little part to what Dean Ambrose's face said. Is what came out of Dean Ambrose's mouth that really makes this road even bumpier.
Who you calling a nut job, Porky? Well, I've never been in the lair of a beast before. It's cozy. Now, before I came out here, I said to myself, Self, this may be a really bad idea. And despite what it may look right now, the way it may look right now, I may look crazy, but let me assure you, I ain't crazy. And I ain't stupid. And I ain't scared of you. But I do respect you. I have all the respect in the world for you, Brock. That's why I wanted to come out here and tell you face to face. I wanted to tell you, I wanted to look into your eyes, stand eye to eye with the Beast and tell you, I want the title. I want the title so bad, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship so bad, I'm going to fight my own brother for it. And I'm going to fight you for it. Do I want to fight you? No. Not really. Who would? I know the beating that you're going to give me at Fastlane. I know the beating Roman Reigns is going to give me at Fastlane. You all ain't got to sell me on it. Take me to Suplex City, baby.
Wow. What did I tell you? What came out of Dean Ambrose's mouth really makes this road bumpier. He's out of his mind. He wants to be taken to Suplex City. Dean, let me just give you a friendly reminder. Once you enter Suplex City, there's no turning around. There's no leaving Suplex City. And if you don't believe that, just ask your brother-in-arms, Roman Reigns. Ask The Undertaker. Ask the Wyatts. Ask the League of Nations. In fact, hell, ask the entire Royal Rumble what it feels like to be taken into Suplex City. And there you have that part, ladies and gentlemen. Great way to kick off Monday Night Raw with Brock and Dean. But like I mentioned earlier in the show, that's only the tip of the iceberg. We have a whole lot more to talk about. We're going to now talk about Kalisto and his ongoing feud with Alberto Del Rio. Now, this has been going on for a few weeks. This is not an elongated rivalry. This is a fairly new rivalry, if you want to say that. A few weeks ago, Kalisto pulled off one of the biggest upsets in Raw history, beating Alberto Del Rio for the United States Championship. The following night on SmackDown, Del Rio extracted revenge, regained the United States Championship. Royal Rumble, Kalisto Del Rio again. Kalisto pulls off miracle number 2, regaining the United States Championship. So where does that leave us in terms of a possible rematch? I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to tell you right now. It was confirmed to my inside source that at WWE Fastlane, you will see Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio square off one last possible time for the United States Championship. But that's at Fastlane. What about Kalisto's match tonight on Monday Night Raw? He had to go against League of Nations member Rusev. And of course, he was flanked by fellow League of Nations member Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio was on commentary. He had no significant impact on this match. Now you're thinking, Kalisto, a lucha libre, Rusev, a super heavyweight, a former United States champion in his mind. Who do you think has the advantage? You would think clearly it's Rusev. Boy, were we wrong. Kalisto pulled off miracle number 4, beating Rusev on Raw. And it's very rare that Rusev gets beaten by a lucha libre. Now I know a lot of you like Kalisto, and there's a vast majority that don't like Kalisto, including myself. I call him the WWE's Mosquito. And I'll be honest with you, I will be happy when the true champion in Alberto Del Rio regains his United States title and swats that Mosquito right out of the WWE. I'll be really happy. So what do you think so far? We're off to a good start, don't you think? I want to hear what you have to say. Share your thoughts about what Dean Ambrose said, what Paul Heyman wants to have happen for Brock Lesnar, and to Kalisto beating Rusev on Monday Night Raw and then facing Del Rio at Fastlane. I'm curious to hear what everybody has to say, because I'm sure you have a lot to say. Share your thoughts on our YouTube page, and we will read out those comments on next week's We Love It Raw. 2 down, more to go. Let's jump right back into the fire, because there's a long way from being extinguished. So after we had the Kalisto match, we were then brought into the office of Stephanie McMahon. And she was confronted with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Now you're probably thinking, why? Why would Stephanie McMahon want to talk to Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns? Is it to say that I give you my blessings for Fastlane? Or is it to say that you guys basically don't stand a chance? Well, I'm going to let Stephanie McMahon give her side to what she wanted to tell Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Here's her side.
Yeah, I just put on my shirt. Hanging on the outfit.
You know, I hate to give Paul Heyman credit, but that line was actually pretty good. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's hard to believe, Roman, it was just 8 days ago that this championship belt was yours, when that would be my husband, Triple H, the 14-time WWE champion, defeated the one, which is you.
She's so proud of herself.
Yeah, we're very proud of you.
I mean, it only took 20. I mean, we're not counting. What is it, 29, 30 guys? I hope you're enjoying it.
I am enjoying
It's
it.
running out
Actually,
real
clearly,
fast.
it's on display in my office. You know, Dean, you said it yourself out there. You would be willing to do anything for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman, you know what it feels like to be champion and to have the opportunity to win it on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania.
And that's why your days with this title are numbered. Because after Fastlane, one of us is going to be the #1 contender. And we're going to be a whole lot closer to this title. What you got to say about that?
What I have to say is I think there's 1, 2, you're missing the third component. And that would be Brock Lesnar, of course, the Beast incarnate. Now, Dean, you said you wanted to go to Suplex City? I don't really think that's true. You know, and let's really think about this, okay? All of the great pairs, all of the great friendships, you know, that have been busted up along the way. You consider what happened to Marty Jannetty. He certainly never saw it coming with Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton never saw it coming with Evolution. And by the way, the two of you certainly didn't see it coming with Seth Rollins. You know why? Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's just a matter of when. And Dean, I'm not sure how much longer you want to be known as Roman Reigns' sidekick.
Wow. You want to talk about being a bold statement there. Oh man. Stephanie McMahon laid it down. And she brought up some good points, okay? She brought up the former The Rockers with Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, and how Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty on the Barbershop show with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. How Evolution turned its back on Randy Orton when Randy Orton won the WWE's World Heavyweight title after SummerSlam. And how Seth Rollins turned his back on his brethren, The Shield. That, I'll tell you right now, I didn't see that coming. The other two, I saw it coming. So you're thinking now, what does those have to do with this current picture that we're on at Fastlane? Well, I'll tell you right now what that has to do. It has to do a lot. Because when you're at Fastlane and you're in a triple threat match, it's one versus everybody. You don't form alliances. It's not like the Royal Rumble. It's nothing like that. You're vying for a big shot to go to WrestleMania, to fight the King of Kings, a 14-time WWE champion. And I applaud Stephanie for what she was saying, and how she reminds Dean and Roman that, yeah, you can be friends. It's what happens after that that goes a long way to determining where your career goes and where your career does not go. So one can only imagine, is what Stephanie McMahon said going to have a big impact on the main event tonight on Monday Night Raw? Or is Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns just going to brush off that statement by one Stephanie McMahon? I'll give you the answer to that much, much later on. You think we're done? Oh, no. We are not done. Because coming up next, right now in fact, I'm going to give you a special review of Miz TV. And he had a very special guest on his show. He had none other than former TNA champion and former ECW superstar AJ Styles. Now, for a lot of you that don't know AJ Styles, watch certain ECW shows, watch certain episodes of TNA, and you will see that man is phenomenal. That's why he is known as the Phenomenal One. And with AJ being on Miz TV, Miz, like he always does, and what he's known for, steals the spotlight. He never gave AJ Styles the chance of a lifetime to talk. He was just he asked AJ Styles a couple of questions. Miz answered the questions for AJ Styles. And you can see it in the face of AJ Styles that he was getting really, really fed up with the bull crap that the Miz was going to say. Now, there was an offer put on the table by the Miz, but AJ came up with a response and said, not interested, so sorry, but no, thank you. So you're thinking now, tonight's Monday Night Raw is all about making a statement. You're damn right it is. It's about making a statement for yourself and for a shot at WrestleMania. But now, this is where the fun begins, folks. We had Paul Heyman, like I mentioned, in Brock. We had Stephanie McMahon talking to Ambrose and Reigns about friendship and greed and power. But now we're going to hear from the WWE Champion himself. We're going to hear from our Triple H.
Give us a second, Paul. You know, maybe my client is on one. Give us a second. Knock yourself up. Did I see with my very own eyes little Dean Ambrose walk up to the beast incarnate, get all up in his face, and then live to tell the story? I thought I saw that. Things aren't getting soft in Suplex City, are they? I guess we'll find out at WrestleMania, won't we? Looking forward to it. So am I. I'll see you there. Yeah.
Again, wow. A bigger statement by Triple H to Brock Lesnar. He's wondering, if you're letting Dean Ambrose wanting to enter Suplex City, is Suplex City getting soft? And is Suplex City on the verge of crumbling? Wow. I'm really, really wondering that now. But like I said, one can only imagine what's going to happen if Triple H does face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the title. Will Suplex City be soft? Or will Suplex City just add another level? Find out 2 months from now. Before I go into the main event, I want to just talk briefly about some news about beloved diva, and I know a lot of you don't like her, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella, one of the longest reigning modern day Divas champions in the WWE, underwent successful neck surgery. And, you know, it's no fun when you talk about the neck in wrestling, because that's a serious thing. You know, ask Bria's husband, Daniel Bryan. You know, great wrestler as he is, he's great in the ring, but the WWE is taking a lot of precaution to the neck. And you can just look at TJ, aka Tyson Kidd, watch Total Divas and you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, he suffered a very serious neck injury at a show. So, it's good to see that Nikki had a successful surgery, and you know, and we're just praying that she comes back on her terms when the WWE doctors clear her. Don't rush back like Daniel Bryan did. Don't make the mistake, Nikki, like Daniel did, okay? Come back when you're ready and do what you always do best. Reign supreme and unleash hell on the Divas division. And speaking of the Divas division, quickly, ladies and gentlemen, Sasha Banks made a big statement at the Royal Rumble. She's laying her name on the line for the Divas title, and she did it again tonight. Quickly, I'm just going to say, she's completely disassociated herself with Team Bad, and Team Bad let her have it, but Becky came in and put an end to that. So for one night, Becky and Sasha, sisters in arms in NXT, work side by side to eliminate the threat of Team Bad. But when it comes to the Divas title, all bets are off. So that's just the minor part that I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You know, about Nikki and about the Divas division and the Divas title. But now it's time for the main course meal. It is time for the main event. Now, what you heard from Stephanie McMahon, is it going to apply to this main event with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns against the New Day? Or are we going to have a turn again on Monday Night Raw? Now, one can only imagine. Yes? No? Who knows? This was a very good match. A very, very good match, okay? You know, it was back and forth. You know, a lot of you don't like New Day. A lot of you do, including myself. I love New Day. And a lot of you don't like Dean Ambrose. And a lot of you really don't like Roman Reigns. But that's neither here or there. So, this match is good. You know, good moments into it. But it was the end that really left us saying, wow. Brock Lesnar is a clear-cut favorite. Now, at the end of this match, Paul Heyman gets up, and Brock Lesnar remembers perfectly what Dean Ambrose said, that he wants to be taken into Suplex City. So, Brock Lesnar comes down, lays out the New Day, lays out Roman Reigns, and he delivers the promise to Dean Ambrose. Gave him a suplex and gave him an emphatic F5. So Dean Ambrose, you are a brief member of Suplex City, courtesy of one Brock Lesnar. Like I always say, and I've said this to a lot of people before, be careful what you wish for, because your wish will come true. And that's it. This was a very impactful night when it comes to Fastlane. A lot has transpired over the last couple of weeks, and we can expect a whole lot more to go down in the next 3 weeks before Fastlane approaches. And if you want to hear what goes on, this is your one-stop shop to be. This is where it all happens. This is where the reviews go down, ladies and gentlemen. I will be here every week leading you up to Fastlane and beyond. And I look forward to the opportunity of a lifetime. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, welcome to the road to WrestleMania, because we're only going to go up before we go down. And I'm going to be here throughout the journey. So comment on this. Let us know what you have to say. What was your overall opinion of Monday Night Raw? What were some parts that you liked? What were some parts that you did not like? Share this with people, your friends, family, co-workers. Share this with anybody, a total stranger that's into wrestling, that wants to be part of the show. Share it. Subscribe. We have a lot of subscribers, but we are open to more. The more subscribers, the better. The more input, the better. And like I said, fasten your seatbelts, because this ride is only gonna get bumpier. And always remember to keep it real and keep it raw. And now stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for a special WWE Network review of Legends with JBL with his guest, former APA and current WWE Hall of Famer, Farouk, a.k.a. Ron Simmons.